All right, welcome back. I don't do much unboxing and unveilings, but this one I've been waiting for what, almost 6 months. So let's open it up and check it out. Oh, saw the name already. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got some goodies from our buddies over at Platinum Racing Products in Australia. Now, these are the same coils and boots I remember I put on Supra a while ago. They have since then, fixed the problem. You can tell these are rubber boots now; they're no longer plastic. So they addressed the issue and took care of it. Big props to them. See here, there's the bracket. Yep, this is the bracket. Again, nicely packaged. Top to PRP. I went with black on the GS. Most of the stuff is going to be more black and less chrome. I had it really super chrome. These are the coils, R35 coils. Now, R35 coils, I understand it's a bit overkill for our power goals, but knowing that I'm going to go with a custom harness for the car, I went through the whole, electrical issue with the Supra, and that was a nightmare. Total waste of time, total waste of money. So I said, here, I'm gonna get the custom harness. I'm gonna do the R35 coils. One, it looks a lot cleaner. Second, the spark on the gap on the plugs, it doesn't have to run, you don't have to run that much of a low gap. I could run like a 24 gap on the spark plug. It's a little more responsive, and it just looks a lot cleaner, honestly. So, you know me, I'm all about looks. And the best part is here. Like I said, I've been waiting for a while for these. The coils they had in stock. These, probably the main reason why I went with the PRP again. All right, so first of all, baffles. There's a lot of companies doing these valve covers now. Yes, there's cheaper options outside, but these guys from the very beginning, they had the whole situation with the baffle and the whole oil collecting in the back, and the catch can getting filled up. They had it right from the beginning. So these are the baffles for the coils. I mean for the valve covers. I'm sorry. As you see here, VVTI, and let's see here. Let's check them out. Oh, here we go. We got the custom. All right, check it out. Just like the big brother, custom made. Guys, I went exactly with this because I wanted both builds to match. I think it's a nice touch. Everybody looks at it, obviously they're gonna know the Supra and the GS are related. Same guy, same owner, me. Obviously you guys see it online, but when we take it to local car shows and we open the hood, because that's what I want, they see it's like, oh, this is the same guy that has a Supra. So. Plus, I really like how they look, man. I just think they make, they set it off very nice. It's a nice little touch, I was even worried with these guys that I was like, oh man, they had sent me a picture, and I guess the way it was angled, it looked like they're both the same size. I'm like, oh hey man, where's VVTI? And I was like, yeah, it's your VVTI. So let's just make sure here. So you can see one's shorter than the other. So that's what we want. Obviously, this is the VVTI side, this is the exhaust side. So yeah. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Unfortunately, we're leaving on vacation tomorrow morning. Today's Tuesday.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
Well, I'm sorry.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
I won't be able to put these on until we come back. So, and then we got to do the video. So it might be a while to get out there. I'll post it on Instagram. All right, guys. All right, guys. It's been about a week since we received the valve covers. Left on vacation. Came back and I've been super excited. I've been kind of daydreaming about putting these on, so it's a little late tonight. I just pushed the car in. It's not the best lighting, but I'm gonna go ahead and install them. Let's see. Okay, so these, they have the baffles, so I gotta take these apart, put the baffles on, and then this little rubber gasket that it comes around with it. For anyone that put these on before or is gonna put them on, you need to put a little bit of silicone around the edge of the gasket, because it will leak. It happened to me on the Supra. I had to end up taking them off again, putting some silicone, and then putting them on. So so little tip: make sure you put some silicone when you install these. All right, guys, I'm gonna set up the time lapse and just show you guys the install. I'm gonna record it anyway because I'm pretty frustrated, and this is probably up there on the list of the worst. Taking out these, I'm sorry for my, just sorry, I shouldn't take it out, shouldn't curse. Taking out these stupid bolts. I dropped a bolt inside one of the oil galleys. This one over here. Let me get my phone. That hole right there. Bolt fell straight through. It was kind of hanging on there. I got a magnet, just wiggling around. Nothing. Fell straight through. I heard it hit the oil pan. So I guess I have to pull the motor out now to take the oil pan off to retrieve the bolts. So there's the end to the night. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a couple days. Kind of had time to think about this and cool off a little bit. You remember in the last clip, we're about to go install the valve covers that I finally got here. Super excited, eating crap in my my little butterfingers. These ARP bolts that I had here ready for the valve covers. One of them slipped, and it happened to land right into the oil galley and went straight down, and I heard it drop into the oil pan. Now, I am pretty sure I heard it drop in the oil pan, but it was the top pan, not the bottom one. Remember, this is a front sump, not a rear sump. So one of the small ideas I came up with my dad was to kind of just put oil through it, see maybe the oil, you know, will drain it down to the smaller pan, and then with the you know, we could take out the leveler sensor, and then, you know, kind of maybe fish it out with a piece of wire or something. But, you know, I needed to drop into the black oil pan, the smaller, you know, oil pan. Otherwise, guys, the transmission needs to come out. The whole motor needs to come out again, and I need to remove the oil pan. We retrieve that little 10mm bolt and, you know, seat it back up and put it on there. Now, on the plus side, the transmission needs to come off because I need to put on different bolts for the flex plate. I already spoke to ATF, and I couldn't use the stock one, so that's for sure a given. I need to take the transmission out, but I really don't want to pull the motor out and don't want to really do the sealing of the oil pan and none of that. So I'm gonna see if by some miracle I can correct this stupid, you know, problem that I ran into. Put some oil in here and see if maybe that oil, that bolt wants to drop into the lower oil pan here. So let's see. It's a small fix. It's not gonna, I mean, it's not a small fix, it's a small thing. It's not gonna hurt to try. All right, so I put the funnel here. The reason I put it here, not in the front, in a more comfortable spot, is because the bolt fell right on that oil galley. There's a hole there. Every what is it, like every, like, in between loops of the cam, there's an oil galley. I will turn all the way down so you can have an idea where it is. So I want the oil to fall exactly here, so you can kind of land on the bolts where I heard it drop, and maybe that will let it fall into the pan somewhere. But just so you guys can have an idea on which one it was that it fell. Okay, put about 2 funnel full already and haven't really heard anything, so I'm gonna drain the oil, maybe tap it around, see if I can hear something in there. Otherwise, I'm pretty much gonna give up on this idea. So, all right, so this is amazing. Show you guys what I've done so far. Didn't think this was gonna work, so I jacked up the car in the back all the way up so we could kind of give it a tilt as much as I could. Now, remember I told you I dropped it in the pan in the back, so got my regular wooden hammer here. And I'm telling you this now because I heard it, guys. I've been trying and I've been beating my head about this. This is a stupid mistake. That would have cost hours of work for no reason. So I just tapped it in the pan back here, not too hard, just softly, just like that. And I heard the bolt drop to the other hand. Now let's confirm that. We're here in the front now, and I'm gonna put the tripod here so you guys can see what I'm telling you. And this one's thinner, so I think even if I do it on my hand, you can hear it. So you hear that? That means the bolt made it over here on the black oil pan, which is a huge side of relief, because over here I know now I have all this area to fish around, and I will get it out eventually somehow. I took out the oil drain up here so I could stick something in there, fish it out that way, or scoop it in and maybe open the drain down here and maybe try to push it out that way. So thank God this is a huge set of relief, man. I was stressing over this, so let's see if this thing comes out. All right, so got my piece of wire here. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in here and try to feel where this little sucker is. Now, you know what? Let's tap it. Maybe it'll rattle its way up to the hole. So, I guess we'll do something a little bit more. All right, let's see if putting some oil in there will make it drop, because you know, the gravity with the train. This is right. It's worth the shot of this one. Putting oil. Tap it while it's draining, see if it wants to roll out. Alright, so I'm gonna close it up here. Alright, so I lowered the back part. Car is even now. Put some oil in here. So now maybe with the pan more full, I'll cause it to come out of the hole. I'm gonna tap it in there. Maybe we'll guide it over there or not. and you see the oil draining. All right, there it is, and there's the oil pan. As you can see, I didn't record much after trying to fish it out. Tried probably for like 3 hours. I even tried taking out the oil level sensor here, and you know, it's a pretty big diameter hole. It's probably about that big. Try to put a vacuum, like I use the hose, the house vac, the shop vac, with I attached the big hose to it, put it in there, taped it up, tried to suck it out. Man, I was there for a while. I thought I was gonna get it that way, nothing. And old man came by, and you know, he just said, hey, just take out the oil pan. You know, at least it's in the bottom one. You know, these are back here are kind of annoying to get to, but whatever. It's only, what is it, like 4 or 5 that are very hard to reach. But you know, we got them out, and that's it. So yeah, before anybody says, it's stainless steel, the ARP bolts. So a magnet does not work. It takes it a very, very, very little, like it just like tickles it. It doesn't even do anything to it. So just in case anybody's thinking, why didn't you use a magnet? It doesn't work. So yeah, guys, now we're, you know, I guess it could have been a lot worse. Could have been, if we would have been on the upper pan, we would have to drain out, I mean, not drain out, take out the whole motor, flip it upside down after everything's been installed, reassemble everything, you know, just for that freaking stupid little ARP bolt right there. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna clean this up, slap it back on, put the valve covers on, and hopefully continue from what should have just been a valve cover install and not this little setback here. So I'll catch up back with you guys in the next clip when we finish installing the valve covers. All right, welcome back. Next day, after we remove the oil pan from the bolt that we dropped. This is the bolt here. My old man actually came from work early and actually cleaned it up for me, and even painted it. So that was nice, man. That saved me a good hour of cleaning and whatnot. So what I'm gonna do now is get under the car and clean up the bottom part of the other pan, just so I can have the surface nice and ready to go, and go ahead and reinstall the pan. As you can see here, this edge here is the one that we're gonna be cleaning up. So yeah, we got some little work in front of us. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, cleaned up down here. Took a little wire brush to it as much as I could. Back there as much as I could reach with a blade. Brake parts cleaner. Took out the baffle and the oil pickup. About to clean that up now and put it back on. And then reinstall the lower oil pan and hopefully get back on track with this. All right, oil pan is back on. New silicone, bolts all nice and cleaned up. All right, let's see, what do we have now? Let's finish what we originally started this video with, valve covers. Hopefully we don't drop any bolts this time. All right, guys, check it out. Next day, finished installing these last night, but I didn't want to show it because it was dark and you really couldn't see much. But got the valve covers on. This side was a big pain in the butt, man. There's a little gasket in here that it's hard for it to stay in place. I put tons of silicone in there and still was fighting me to kind of just sit there. So got these same fittings over here, same ones I have on the Supra. I think these are nice and sleek. They don't have like a, you know, square angle. These are nice and round. Gives it a nice more a visual, you know, it's more visually appealing to me. So I'm gonna go ahead now and install the coils. I'm gonna gap the plugs. I don't want to re-gap them again, so thinking like 22 should be pretty fine. You know, shouldn't be crazy crazy boost on this car, so I think 22 gap is ideal. You guys saw the oil pan, everything's back on. I just got to install the drain again, oil leveler sensor, coils, and I think we're gonna be wrapped up for what it should have been a simple coil valve cover and coil kit installed from PRP. But you guys know what happened with the whole bolt situation, and kind of, you know, threw a little curveball at us. All right, guys, got the new plugs here, gapped out at 22. I'm gonna go ahead and install the plugs, then the bracket, then we'll drop the coils in. Remember, the way these R35 coils come with this long stock, we had to swap them out for these boots so they could accommodate into the 2J. All right, guys, wanted to show you this really quick. Regular factory GTR coil, R35 coil. These are the Hitachi ones from PRP. I believe they're the same or equivalent. This is what this factory stock looks like for the R35. So you need to remove these. I remember I did a video on these. I remember I was having a problem with them. PRP used to offer these in like a hard plastic. They weren't rubber, so they weren't conducting electricity, or you have like a misspark. So they have since then addressed the issue. You can see these are rubber now. Comes with a spring in here. However, you can't forget this little resistor. Very important. So resistor dropped in, springs already in there. You don't got to use the one that's in there. Springs already in there. Flip it around, twist, make sure it's sealed, and that's it. That's what it looks like. You can see the length. It's obviously longer, and it's a different boot. So yeah, just set them all 6 outside, drop them in, and we're good to go. Guys, check it out. Valve covers and coils are installed. I will be switching these out to ARPs. I just got to get longer ones. The ones that I have are a little too short. These need to be a little longer. I don't want to strip the thread. Make sure I'm right on that. So yeah, super happy how it looks, man. You know, it's clean, exactly what I was looking for. There's a lot of black. Turbo's still like this gray silver color. Not sure if I should do chrome and black, kind of like the Supra, or just do more, just all black on the GS. Doing black and Cerakote is a lot cheaper than chroming, faster too. So I don't know, I might be leaning towards that way. I don't know, we're still a couple months out between the wiring harness and fuel system and whatnot, so still got time to decide. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Try to make it sweet and small, but we had the whole bolt issue, and I was totally out of the plan. So remember, guys, you could always support me and the channel by subscribing and hitting the like button on this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, guys.